The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, D.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Love. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Check 13. Check 13.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, wahoo!
Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. From just shy of midfield, Wentz, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. They find some open field here. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Check hot route. Hot. Right now, you got 58. Back north. Check.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's put that team on the clock.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Going deep for Diggs. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here we go. Waiting. Check 56. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
218, chop.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Going for the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw again, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Under 10, under the 50. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's complete to Meredith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
319. Hey, watch your leg. 319.
On 1st down, here's Love. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
319. Back to north. Keep it up. He's coming. Double up, double up. 319.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Hey, look, 3. We are going. 319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
But now here's a deep shot that's complete. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Ram. 56. Check. Sunday. Go. 80 weapon. Here, 5th. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. It's just me and you. It's just me. Hey, Foxtrot. 56 to Mike. 56.
Wentz going to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Olabisi Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Delta.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Rodgers now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. They'll run with Love. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 38, Rodgers. It's Williams on the catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Love. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by a... Maddox. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. He's got a 1st down past the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Throwing on first is Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Wentz now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Looking deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the 3rd part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
To throw on 3rd down. Cole gets it to Meredith complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
5.
On 1st down, it's Love. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great handout.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Cole. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
There we go, Pac-Man. 120! Shorty. Deuce. Shift! Watch the shift! Pilot, 64, weak. Watch the shift. Sunday.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Cole. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Get some penetration here. We're getting some penetration. Check 37. Check.
Lefty.
Check. Check.
The quick slant caught. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
50. Watch the fence.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us?
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point good by Hopkins as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down. Cole caught by Allen. And he's brought down. And he'll be out of bounds. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On play action, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deron Payne. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now Wentz. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
At their own 24-yard line. Got it.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hey,
2nd and 6. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver and tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Protein spill.
On 1st down, Love. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5. off to about the 39. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a carry for Allen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Cole. Allen here on the screen. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? 18 Gator. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Hey, Alpha. Yo. Ready?
From the gun, Cole. And Diggs has it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On fourth down, Cole. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Looking to throw. Cole. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Rock it. You better be.
On first and 10, Cole. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
Let's go, D. Hey, lock it. Check. Get it.
Back to throw. Cole. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Slam.
On third down, here's Love. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on fourth down. On fourth down, Cole. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, they continue to cruise through this first half of this